Hello and welcome back. I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more of our Great Britain tutorial series with FilthyRobot.
I have my feet up on the desk. I'm leaning back. I've got a cup of coffee in my hand. And from time to time, I look longingly at a cigar and just I yell, "Faster, Arumba! Get it going! What's the hold up?" Things like this. It's going well.
Yeah, you realize though that you're gonna go reload into Korea and you're gonna forget everything and you're gonna make mistakes and you'll be like, man, I should have been more diligent.
I'm using my mental effort to learn as opposed to do right now.
Okay, all right. So you said you do have questions. I'm excited. We want to focus real quick. One thought before you start asking anything is that we didn't want this war. We didn't choose this war. However, it is the bad CB, right? They've used the really annoying one that gives them lots of war enthusiasm. So it's going to be important that we go siege down the war leader right away, so we can make him really not want to be in this war.
The war leader is lone, huh?
Yeah. So just if you
where are they? If I right click, I can't. Yeah, there it is. Now go to
identify who the war leader is, find his capital, and then just kind of keep that in your mind as the place we need to head toward.
Why does it not highlight? God, that's annoying. All right, trying to find it. I see it. I think Cologne.
Yeah, it's really close to our army, which is ideal. In fact, we could even start sieging his capital. Not yet, but soon.
Oh, we should absolutely do that. Siege the hell out of that. Get on that, Arumba. All right.
All right. So back to the questions.
Yeah, we're actually running low on questions. I've got two kind of related questions. Oh, three questions left, but two of them are very related.
We have a second coalition war.
At the same time? That's not ideal.
This one is a completely separate group of people. The Papal State, Anhalt, Austria, Frankfurt, Friesland, Galway, Hesse, Memmingen, Munster, Oldenburg, Poland, Ravensburg, Salzburg, Savoy, Siena,
That's a little bit scary.
And Bohemia.
Bigger one.
Bohemia dishonored the call, so we're no longer allies with the Emperor.
Bohemian dishonored the call, yeah.
Well, look at all the troops in his land. He doesn't want to defend against this.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think we can afford to try to siege down other land while we're just gonna keep our whole army together while we do this. Then.
So a lot of little red armies running around.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Gonna kick their butt.
You sure? Because you're losing troops right now.
Yeah, it's fine.
Do you want to queue up some more troops?
Not really.
Okay.
We have full combat width. We have 10 cannons. We have the money to merc up like crazy if we need to.
All right.
We can always hide on our islands. Like, here's the thing that's really dumb about the punitive war. It used to be at one point a war where they had to occupy your capital. Now it is based on battles, thank God. But yeah.
Oh, I like our allies with the Sweden and France combined. They had a 40. Why does France have troops over in Bohemia? It's great, but look at our allies in Bohemia right now.
Bohemia has military. He's the emperor, so while he's at war, he always has military access to the entire empire, all empire lands. And since he's our ally in war, that military access passes on to all of his allies in that war. So France has military access to the entire empire, which is why he's able to get to Bohemia so easily.
Yeah, but like, look at the red in between France and Bohemia, like.
Somehow he found a path
through all of the forts and everything else to get over there. That's just crazy talk.
I don't know. Like, if we try, we can't do it. The AI still cheats on zone of control. I don't know how he got over there. Who cares? Doesn't matter.
All right. Well, the Denmarkians, what do I call them? The Danish? The Danes. Danish are being a pain in the ass over there.
Yeah. All we really want to do is just focus on sieging down Cologne, the war leader of one war. The secondary leader is the Papal State. Remember when we used to improve relations with him because we were a proper Catholic. Now we're reformed.
Now we give no shits about that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we need 20 more admin points so we can start coring Gloucestershire.
Oh, I'm hovering over that at this instant. Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna go with a minimalistic siege stack for the war leader of Cologne.
Okay.
Trying to loot a little bit while we're here. Okay.
Just watching the chaos unfold right now.
I think we're ready for you to try, if you can, to remember your question.
Yes.
You have it written down.
Which one would you like? Yeah, I do have it written down. Which one would you like first? Let's do one that we haven't talked about at all. Vassals.
Yeah.
What are they? Well, I mean, I know what vassals are in general, but like in this game, how do they work? And when do you want to do them?
Let's see if we can find a nation who has some. That'd be an easy way to illustrate it, I think.
All right.
So,
how do we? Is it going to be one of these flags that says that?
Yeah. When you're looking at the diplomacy,
what does the vassal flag look like?
I can't remember. I'll have to find one and then I can tell you. Let's see. Savoy is not a vassal. Actually, we're not going to be able to find any damn vassals, are we? Spain, no. Ottomans? No.
Would it be high or low on the list if there's got a million things?
Pretty high up near the alliances.
And it would be if they have vassals. Okay, you found them. Okay,
Timurids.
Cool. Spell it.
It's Timurids. They are very, very far southeast. They're mostly covered by terra incognita, but they're pinkish red.
Okay, so if I click on one of their right-click on one of their provinces, there we are, and I'm looking for
fourth one down.
Fourth one has the following vassals: Multan, Kangra, and Ardalan. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So as long as their liberty desire, if you hover over those three vassals, as long as their liberty desire is below 50%, just like the personal union with Sweden and Denmark, as long as it's below 50%, then they are considered to be loyal, and they function like a pseudo ally. They follow you into war. They can't decline. They are like a minion, and they'll have their own army, their own economy. They pay you some taxes. They'll give you a little bit of money. If you go to the subjects tab, which we can't interact with because we have no subjects, the default I think is like 10% of their taxes, 10% of their national, like their tax income. You don't get any of their trade or production, just their taxes.
Doesn't sound very good.
It's not very high in general, but you don't really care about that. The reason for vassals, what you really want from vassals is that they have their own manpower pool. They have their own general limit, so they can have, you get extra generals, free manpower recovery speed, because you'll notice when you hover over our manpower cap, the base manpower is 10,000, regardless of your country's size. So if you have 3 one-province minor vassals, that's 30,000 more manpower cap that your country as a whole has access to.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Even though it's going to be AI-controlled armies and AI-controlled everything.
Yes, kind of. But the thing is that there's a couple settings you can do on vassals where you can tell them to only attach to your armies. So you can just say, you're a slave subject, just follow my army around. And they will.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
They'll attach to you, they'll hire a general, they'll follow you, they'll have their own manpower recovery. They'll just do all that. It's really quite convenient. But the most important part to vassals is the way that you integrate them. So everything we've done up until now with this campaign is conquest. We've spent administrative points to conquer land.
Yeah.
The alternative is that you spend diplomatic points to conquer land via...
That's interesting. So vassals use Diplo.
Yes, via vassal integration. So by default, it costs 10 admin points per development to core a province.
Okay.
It costs 8 Diplo points per development to integrate a vassal nation. So if you have, let's say, a vassal with 100 development, 100 times 8, it's going to cost you 800 Diplo points to integrate that nation. And most importantly, since it's not admin...
integrate it? Does it make that part of your country when you integrate a vassal?
Yep. Okay. It turns it into your land. It gives you full, true, real cores, not territorial cores. You inherit their army. You do not inherit their generals.
The army. That's awesome.
Yeah, although you're not going to like this part. You don't inherit the generals. You don't inherit their manpower. You don't inherit their treasury. All things that I would have expected to inherit. But you do get their army and their ships.
Okay.
And the autonomy of an inherited province or inherited country will always be set to 60%.
It's quite high.
Yes, but you open up a relationship slot by getting rid of them, and because it's Diplo points, it allows you to spend 2 of the 3 monarch points on conquest, basically. And you're never going to really have too many military points. You're going to want those for tech or ideas. So that's the primary usage of vassals.
Does 60% go down, or is that that becomes the floor?
No, that's just where it starts. It gets set to 60, and then it decays over time, just like any other province.
So how come we've done no vassal stuff at all?
Mostly because if you have too many allies, it can make it hard to obtain new ones, and vassals can kind of influence the way the AI interacts with you. We wanted in the early game, we were just like desperate for any ally, so we ended up with France. Okay. Then after that, we ended up with, we supported Sweden's independence at some point. Then we became friends with Bohemia because we somehow got a union over them. Well, we almost did. We put our dynasty on their throne. That's how we ended up with those 3 relations. We do have a 4th relationship slot, so if you want to create a vassal, we could do that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so the next province we conquer, we'll focus on hopefully creating a vassal.
So you do it. Okay, so you do this to someone you're conquering. That's how you make them a vassal to get the get-go. You're gonna take them over anyways.
Well, you could directly vassalize. So, for example, when we pieced out Saxe-Lauenburg, instead of taking his money and making him annul all of his treaties, we could have just said, "You're our vassal now."
Okay.
And then he would have been our vassal. The emperor would hate that, by the way, which is one of the reasons I didn't even recommend it or consider it.
Okay.
Another way you could do it is you could conquer the land, and then as long as you're at peace, you can always release vassals from land that you control. You can release vassals based on whether or not that vassal has a core in the territory. So since you conquered that land, and obviously the core from that nation still exists, you'd be able to release that tag as a vassal. So let's come back to that when we get closer to ending one or two of these Colossian wars. Okay, looks like the Austrians are coming for us. I had a feeling they might be. We can be there on the 7th. They're going to be there on the 7th. Cool. It is bad terrain behind a river. We have a good general, a 5-3. Let's put the 5-3-3 in charge. We can actually get
the
there.
rest of the army arriving there soon?
Yeah, they're arriving at the same time as the Austrians. This is going to be a bad fight, but we kind of have to take it because we need to try to win this siege. Got some troops that are
confident here. I'm not. I mean, I guess we only get -1. I was expecting worse. Aren't they relieving a fort?
They are, which is why they get the defensive terrain. But the river crossing got offset by our higher maneuver.
Okay.
So they have a 5-1 versus our 5-3. So we have a better general. We have infantry combat ability +10. They do not. Here, since we talked about it before, hover over any of the infantry on either side in the front row.
Okay.
And there's where you can see the type of unit is Landschnicken for them. We have the Reformed Gallowglass, and you can actually see 0/0 is talking about the pips. So 0 offensive, 0 fire.
Okay.
And then shock, we're 2-0. Unit morale 2-1. You can actually see.
Okay. Yep.
So we have more morale. We have better discipline. We have slightly better tactics. We have a better general. We have infantry combat ability. It's all looking pretty good. We have more cannons. Full combat with.
You to roll well. Arumba is what it sounds like.
Yep. There's a decent roll there. We got a 4 versus a 1. We'll take that. Of course, with the coalition, the thing you're always going to be afraid of is that they're going to reinforce like crazy.
Yeah. We just 2 kind of mediocre rounds there.
Yeah, we're going to have to retreat. Let's wait for one more couple days.
How are you making that decision to retreat here?
The 7.4 stack in the next province over.
Oh, okay.
They're going to reinforce, and if you see one, how much you want to bet there's another? There's probably another 30,000 troops in the fog of war nearby that are all piling into this battle.
Okay.
So since I know that the 7.4 stack wouldn't be trying to reinforce unless they thought they could win.
Got it.
Okay, but what I do want to wait and see is the next roll. If we roll really well, which we did not, we would want to fight this phase for 3 days. But we didn't, so we're instead going to retreat to Holland, defensive terrain. Okay. We lost 3.52 war score. And here's where we may end up wanting to merc up a bit. We want to make sure we always have full front row of combat width, so we want 27,000 infantry at full strength, pretty much at all times for this war.
Which we don't have anywhere near right now.
No, we do not. So we're going to want to merc up pretty hard. Let's get, let's see, we've got 4,000 plus 9,000, so that's 13. Let's go up to like 12 merc infantry in Ireland, or sorry, in England proper, and we'll ferry them across with the boats. We still have naval superiority, thank goodness.
Okay. And we're still positive income. So we can merc for days.
So one thing you could do, there's a couple ways to do this. You could do it on a per province basis. You could use the macro builder, again, making sure to hire mercenary infantry, or you could use something we've never talked about before, which is really cool, called the army templates system.
Uh-oh. Let's talk about that.
B automatically should be on the first tab, land units. Very, very bottom of this interface says army templates.
Yeah.
Create template.
Yeah.
Name it whatever you want. You could call it merc infantry. You've got 2 columns, regulars and mercenaries. What we're doing is we're creating a template. Like, this is what I want my stack to look like. In this case, we decided we want 12 merc infantry. So just on the right-hand side where it says mercenaries, queue up 12 mercenary infantry.
Okay.
So once you get up to 12, you'll see the hiring cost is 161 ducats.
Yep.
And then on the left, there's that little province icon thing. You can, if you want it to use fewer provinces, I don't know why you'd want to, you can tell it to use fewer provinces to try to build this template.
Okay.
So right now it's going to use up to 12, but if it can't find 12, it'll use fewer. Okay. Save that template.
Okay.
And now, I think that's actually saved to you because I don't see your template. Now, like on London, press B, click the template.
On London.
B, click the template to select it, and then you should see 160 some ducats showing in all the provinces.
Yes.
Click on London, and you're saying, hire this template, and I want it to stop, I want it to form up in London. Now it's just queued up 12 mercs for you, and they will automatically head to London as soon as they're done.
Oh, that's cool. I like that a lot.
Whole reason we never talked about before is because we had much, much smaller numbers, and you really don't want to be lazy when you have tiny numbers because you've got to really be careful about pathing and stuff. But now we have naval superiority. We just want to make it fast and convenient, so it's just easier that way. So we'll wait until they form up, and then we'll bring our navy back and ferry them over to Holland, hopefully before the Austrians can get there.
Yeah, there's there's like 54k or 44k of army coming towards Holland right now. I don't think we want to be a part of.
Well, Holland is the most defensive terrain over here that we could find. It's
two. It's marsh, so it's 2, right? And then it's behind the river, or is it 1 on marsh? I don't remember.
The only -2 terrain is mountains.
Okay, I'm fighting in mountains, by the way. I didn't notice them until that was the first time I'd seen mountains in my Korea campaign.
Yeah, so I'm going to do the same thing we've done in the previous war, which is to grab the infantry only. I'm going to grab the real infantry and consolidate them out. We're moving to...
Why did you not buy infantry mercs in Holland?
Because I was lazy. You could have hired 1 or 2 there. They'd probably could have helped. Sooner. Yeah.
So you're not worried about, like, I don't remember how many transports we have, but I don't think it's 26. I don't think we have 26 transports, right?
We have 14.
Right. So are you not worried about half your army being removed from Holland, and then are you just going to stay in Holland? Are you not worried about one of 2 things? Either their armies converging in Holland right now and us having to fight them with 26k, or us moving some of our troops off and them engaging the other half while our transports are busy?
Our transports are busy. Here's the thing. We were able to control the retreat because we had more than 0.5 morale. Holland is a good province to retreat to because of the defensive terrain, and it's behind rivers, and we have 3 maneuver on our general. So it's a good location. Second is that because we have military access through Burgundy, I don't know why, someone gave it to us. You'll notice we've been marching around through Burgundy for free.
Yeah.
If we get engaged in Holland, because we have access through Burgundy, we're going to shatter through Burgundy into the French territory.
Okay, so we're not actually trapped, because this looked a little like we were trapped. Okay, go on.
Yep. If we didn't have the military access through Burgundy, like if the AI were actually clever enough to cancel it, whoever had asked for it, then yeah, we would be trapped and we would get stack wiped there if we got beaten. But in this case, no. I just wanted defensive terrain and our land preferably. That's why we didn't retreat to France, because we want to recover at full speed. Because again, you only get 50% recovery in allied land or vassal land. It has to be your own actual real land to get full 100% recovery.
What's the recovery in occupied land?
It's the same as if it was anything else, 50%.
Okay.
Modified by maneuver.
They're sieging Holland. Or not, they're blockading. Where's our navy, Arumba?
It just finished the battle, and now it's heading over to London.
Okay, so there's like 1 guy blockading us.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's gonna...
This is the man in the rowboat, has said none shall pass, and we gotta sink him. He's probably got maps on him too, so like the loot could be good.
Yeah, our navy is gonna come barrel through and smash the crap out of the Austrians.
Good.
And then we're gonna go pick up these other troops and resume the siege of Cologne. So we have 29 war score with Cologne right now. The first war is going a lot better. Let's assess that. Wargol has... Okay, Defender has won enough battles. 22 war score from battles. Good. So we're getting a ticking war score. That's good. We've got some good occupations. Most of the war score is just coming from direct battles. Enthusiasm.
Should we piece out stuff that we can? Because we can probably piece out Liege.
See, you've got a good thought process, but you just have a little, not quite enough experience. With a coalition war, you may never negotiate a separate peace. So we have to just try to knock out Cologne.
That's annoying.
Negative 39 reasons for white peace.
Okay. Well, let's keep sinking their boats, and then we'll get some reasons.
Yep. Okay, our army is back up to full morale. We can go try to smash... I think we should go smash, like, the Austrian army in Paris.
Okay. We need the Swedes. What are they doing?
Why? Oh, shoot. You know what? Darn it. That stupid macro builder.
What's the matter?
It queued up all the other mercs in the provinces I built ships. See? It leaves a little bit to be desired. I'm going to go through and manually cancel.
It's really obnoxious. Actually. Because, like, why would it not take... I mean,
that into consideration? I know.
Yes! Like... Alright. Well, it's alright. I had it named appropriately.
Paradox.
I had it named Arumba's failure. And it
did you really?
Fail. Yep.
They really do need to, I don't know, improve some of these features, personally, in my opinion. So we're going to attach, and we're going to wait 1 day for a little bit of recovery on the repair the ships. Yeah. Now we're going to attach and head down straight to Dover, merge up with that army.
I've been holding off our next military tech just because it's so expensive.
Okay.
But I mean, it would give us a next level of infantry.
And tactics. And tactics is incredibly valuable. Not to mention we're suffering attrition marching at 30 stack.
What is that? What is this? What does the suffering attrition part have to do with it? That's the supply limit. That means every land that we're in has supply limit plus 50%. Like what does that mean?
Yeah, plus 50% of the base. So click on any province.
Okay, so I'm going to click on Holland.
Okay, looking at Holland's supply limit, hover over the number 29. You can see base plus 6, terrain plus 5, supply limit efficiency 269%. So when it says plus,
where's the supply limit?
Bottom left by military stuff, manpower, supply limit, sailors.
Got it. Okay. Yep.
So base is 6, terrain plus 5, supply limit efficiency is at 269.7%. When it says plus 50, you're not actually going to go from 29 plus 50 up to like 30, 45. No, it's going to go 269.7% supply limit efficiency to 319.7% supply limit efficiency. So you're going to gain like 50% of the base. So it's like five supply in every province, basically.
Huh. That's not bad.
It's not bad,
but it is overpriced right now. We are. Let's see how long we'd have to wait. So we're currently 30. We're ahead of it by 3 years. Is this the year thing that you're ahead of? Is that the first?
Yep. Every January it'll come down by 10%. So if you wait 1 year, you'll save 60 monarch points. You wait 3 years, you'll save 180.
Yep. So question is, how bad do you want it?
I like our generals enough that I wouldn't waste points re-rolling generals right now. And since we're facing 2 very big coalition wars, I would say this is a pretty reasonable time to consider paying extra for good tech.
All right, I'm behind that because I'm looking. France is getting smashed. Bohemia is doing all right now because all the French armies are up there. But Sweden and all those armies in Bohemia are getting smaller. It feels like they're bleeding troops. I don't see a lot more coming out of Sweden right now. Our land in Denmark's being occupied, and I don't like this. I don't want to be pushed off our continent.
You wanted a huge land war. This is what I...
No, you got it wrong. I don't like the current projection of this war, and I wish to change it. Okay.
I just want to reiterate, though, the only reason we're doing this is because you said you wanted big land wars on the continent, and that's what I'm making happen. If we were playing properly, we would have stuck to the 50 coalition threshold on aggressive expansion. We would never pay 180 extra military points for attack. That's stupid. Just, wait till it's ready, and then do some development or hire some better generals, But
50 coalition, huh? That's what the overexpansion thing is for coalitions forming against you is 50.
Aggressive expansion at 50 or higher, yes.
Aggressive. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna click the tech. Click. All right, let's choose guys.
Okay. The problem is if you do that, we go down to 0.5 morale on all of our infantry, and we're about to do some combat with the Austrians.
Bad news. I see. That's not when I click the tech when we choose units. Okay.
Yeah.
So we do combat first with our shitty units, and then we'll get real units.
Yeah. But for now, we gained supply, which is useful, and we gained tactics, which is going to make us take less damage and also inflict more damage. So we do like it. It's good. It's good stuff. Benjamin Button's kicking the crap out of some guys. Austrians are coming in. Can we beat them before they reinforce? Yes, we can, which means they take a river crossing. Haha. Very funny. Good. Johann Leopold Meinl. We just rolled an 11. Sick. Another 11. Sick.
All right, they're reinforcing. Are they locked in?
They are now, and we're just continuing to just trash troops.
Look at the armies coming in though. Holy crap!
Yeah, you see how I said we needed to retreat. We do need to retreat already because there's another 20 stack coming in from the Papal State. It's
That's so crazy.
It's back to Holland we go. Yeah, let's go back to Holland now. So we only lost 2,400 men.
We killed
9,000.
Yeah, so good. Okay.
Yeah.
Where are our mercs? Mercs are on the boat.
Yeah, we're gonna go dock them up in Holland.
Is this a good time to upgrade since we're retreating back anyways?
We're
at like around 50% morale right now, right? If I click on our stack, we're already at 50% morale basically.
It could be. I mean, it's gonna put us out of fighting commission for like 3 months because we're gonna
Does it put it at 0 or 50%? I thought you said 50%.
0.5. The actual integer 0.5.
0.5 of what we're at?
All of the infantry have their own individual values of morale on a sliding scale between 0.5 and 4.14 our cap. So all of the infantry are going to go down to 0.5.
So not 50%. You're talking they're going to go to
0.5.
Okay.
Really, really, really low. It is going to take 4 months based on our current reinforcement, our morale recovery rate, about 3-4 months to get up to 100% again. Granted, we're going to get a tick in 10 days. So if you do it right now, it's only 2 more months. So if you want to do it, we can do it. We can probably do it.
Yep, I want to do it. I want to see this new infantry type in action. So military, reformed infantry. So we have the free shooters or the tertios. Looking across this, it's fairly similar. Do you value offense or defense more?
We have better morale than the enemy did. I would take the free shooters.
Yeah, just for the morale thing here.
Well, the morale and the offensive shock. More offensive shock means more casualties, means more morale death. And the offensive morale, again, same thing, it's just tied to death. So the more things you kill and the more morale damage you're inflicting, it's just a double multiplier on morale.
Okay.
So, so see how low our morale just got down to? But yeah.
Well, I mean, not actually all that bad. I mean, we were pretty low already.
It's because of the cannons.
We're at 1.18.
There's 10 cannons in there with full morale, and the cabs still have pretty good morale.
Okay.
But if we were actually to engage in combat right now, the infantry are all about to run.
Gotcha.
It'd be very bad. Okay, we got to take a break here, but I'm excited to see how this war pans out.
See you guys soon.
See you in a bit.